Is Tom here today?
Tom
Camus.
No. Another fellow named John is generally around here. Don't see him. Where are all the little school? Alana, at school, have you heard about President Abraham Lincoln? Well, he sat in that chair over there one day many years ago, was photographed by my great-grandfather. And recently had a little girl about her size in the house. And that little girl was familiar with Frankenstein and Dracula and so on. I set her down in the chair. I said, Jasmine, do you know who Abraham Lincoln was? Well, Uncle Forey, I don't go to kindergarten yet. I'm afraid I don't know. So I took out a penny and showed it to her. I said, well, do you know who that is? Vincent Price.
I'm doing a report for school for Otis Preston School Design for the science fiction and nature class, and I was wondering if you would be able to
Ask away. That's what I'm here for. You're like kind of a sponge. You should be squeezed.
Yes, I am.
Oh, that's what he just talked about. I'm at 75. Plug that right in your life.
Similar model they had.
Shortly after, there was a film with Jack Nicholson called Wolf. It showed the building even more.
Look, I'll definitely have to check.
1990, was it 2 or 5? The planchette. That is a heart carved out of wood and has a hole so you can. He said, you know, I've been offered this, but it's like offering a $100 million Trump Tower to some kid who's never even done the doghouse. Incomprehensible. Nobody could make out what it was. But someone came and they turned the whole message upside down. And the last word upside down for me was standing in front of a newsstand at Western and Santa Monica. And a science fiction magazine called Amazing Stories jumped off the newsstand, grabbed hold of me, and magazine spoke in those days now and said, take me home, little boy, you will love me. And everything grew from that. One magazine.
After another.
18 rooms with 300,000 things.
So how many years of collecting are there here in this house?
Well, from all began in 1926 till 1999.
That's definitely amazing. What part do you think you had in the any of the makings of these films, or?
Well, I edited 200 issues of a magazine called Famous Monsters of Filmland. I brought Halloween to the kids of the country every month. And some of those little readers grew up and turned out to be Steven Spielberg and George Lucas and John Landis and Frank Darabont. Stephen King sent me his first story when he was 13 years old. It's right over there, one page on the piano. And John Landis has given me little cameos in 6 of his films. I was in his first movie called Schlock. And I was in Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Oh, I saw that.
And Amazon Women on the Moon. I was President of the United States.
Oh, that's amazing. What impact do you think that science fiction has on America's culture?
I think it has a very great impact. As Ray Bradbury began traveling around the United States and meeting with astronauts, virtually every one of them said that they had grown up reading science fiction magazines and been inspired to get off into space, to go to the moon and Mars, and eventually all around the universe. And in advertising, in 1927, I saw the film Metropolis for the first time, a story of 100 years in the future, a city with a population of 60 million people. And every once in a while, I saw Madonna was inspired by Metropolis in one of her short subjects, and occasionally you'll see some kind of a promotional advertisement. Science fiction lives on in one way and another, keeps on influencing the future.
And what ways do you think it influences the future, and what do people get their ideas from?
Well, I think people get their ideas from, we have satellites now because Arthur C. Clarke dreamed of them, and Ray Bradbury and Isaac Asimov has written a good deal about robots, and people who are young and read science fiction get enthused and go into chemistry and physics and at the front door, astronautics.
The killer.
Yeah. Well, it just occurs to me it hasn't been fed yet. Better wait here a minute while I check it out and see if it's ready for visitors. Come on. Going in there. I'm not going in there.
Oh, there's all that. And there's